Now you have the Nokia 5800 touchscreen, smartphone, converged internet multimedia device, and you just had the T-Mobile Google phone running Google's OS called Android. All these smartphones are computers essentially, and they all have operating systems. So like you have Windows and Mac OS on desktop and laptops, the mobile devices have Symbian or Android and a few others, Palm running on them. But these essentially, have similar functionality to the Apple iPhone. The curve of adopting quote-unquote smartphones is now vertical. I mean, almost any phone that you can buy is going to have some smartphone capabilities. And remember 2 or 3 years ago there was a debate, people aren't going to want all these extra features on their phone, I just want to talk. Well, that's been proven 100% wrong. People actually do want all the extra features, and they actually are beginning to use them aggressively. And just a couple of years ago, that was a big debate. Is my grandmother going to want to text? Is anybody really going to use internet on their phone? Is anybody actually going to listen to music from a phone or watch a video on their phone? Well, the answer is now resoundingly yes, they will. The fact that over the smartphone, you're getting a different behavior pattern. Consumer behavior is changing. The iPhone has changed the way people relate to these mobile devices in a significant way. 74% of iPhone users actually listen to music on their phone, not their iPod, or their stereo, or their radio. They're using it for music. They're using it for watching videos in a significant way. They're using it to access the social networks and reading blogs in a significant way. So it's not only the technology that's changing, the technology changes the behavior. Everything is converging in many ways on the HD TV because every new television that you look at, all the late model televisions in the store now have, in the back, a USB port. They have an Ethernet port. They are ready to be connected to the internet. DVRs are becoming a de facto feature on a lot of TVs, or an accessory, which we'll talk about more. Digital video recorders. Game consoles are all internet capable. The Wii, the Xbox, the PlayStation, all have Ethernet connectors on the back. So they are, in a sense, a computer multimedia internet device. And the idea of getting things on demand is getting very prevalent. So scheduled television is threatened, scheduled programming is threatened, and therefore the entire infrastructure of traditional advertising is threatened because it's based upon scheduling and time slots and ratings based upon time slots and market shares, etc. And having DVRs and VOD throws all that off.
But is the race on to be the one device into the home, or that's just never going to happen?
Both, yes to both of those questions. The race is certainly on to be the one converged device in the home, and it will never happen. There's never probably going to be one winner.
Okay.
Not everyone is going to want to have a PS3 or an Xbox 360. But if you have a PS3 and Xbox 360, that indeed can become the converged device with a hard drive, with internet access, with Blu-ray built in, with HD television coming out of it, and multiplayer gaming built into it, where that can become the focal point of a home. But if you're not a gamer, maybe you'll never get that. Maybe the focal point will still be with your big screen, although maybe that will be converged onto the internet with a DVR, with VOD. So this is the real simple explanation of convergence. That in the technology business, whatever you're looking at, prices are coming down and performance is going up. That's really what we're talking about. So you get more for your money. It's one of the few things in life where you keep getting more for your money. And what this has created is a situation where the consumer electronics devices have exploded. DVD almost instantaneously became a humongous hit, a mass success. Quality was better, it's much more efficient to produce, more convenient for the consumer, it doesn't break, it's very durable. A lot of reasons that you went from VHS to DVD. the price of the DVD players came down very, very quickly, and it was one of the greatest things to ever happen to the movie business, was the invention of the DVD player. Called BD Live, Blu-ray Disc Live, and it's a whole set of internet technologies built into the players that are based on Java. So the fact that it's based on an open source software development platform means you can do a lot more with the Blu-ray players vis-a-vis internet connectivity than you can with any DVD technology. It's for example, update the trailers. For example, when you're watching that movie, it says, by the way, there's a new website associated with this movie that'll give you new content about the movie and the actors. Or, by the way, you can get to the fan site for this actor or movie by clicking here now. You can see the difference. When you see what the difference is, though, it has to be a Blu-ray that was mastered correctly in HD on an HD set that is connected to the player correctly using an HDMI cable. When it's all set up right, there's a tremendous difference. I mean, it's a jaw-dropping difference. Once you start to change your behavior to adapt to these technologies, people tend to want to be able to access what they want, when they want to, where they want to. So this is a clear and present trend that all media types, whether it's print, text, music, TV, or film, is successfully being delivered on demand. Certainly a game console can be a media appliance because it has a hard drive that can store media on it. It can store music, it can store video, it can connect to the internet. It can be a multiplayer gaming machine. Apple TV is an example, although currently it's still locked to Apple. It's locked to the iTunes, on-demand movies and television over the internet. In this case, via a Netflix subscription. So if you have a Netflix subscription, you can the lowest level of $9 a month. You buy that box for about $170. It hooks up to the internet. It talks to the Netflix servers, so it accelerates the process of streaming and or downloading. And it gives you access to about 16,000 pieces of TV and film instantly. Internet video, otherwise known as IPTV, Internet Protocol Television, otherwise known as video over the internet. They're all slightly different meanings. So when you say IPTV, sometimes what that really means is the way that the cable or the telephone companies deliver video over those video services. When you say video over the internet, you're usually referring to video that comes over the public internet. 27% of online video is consumed on YouTube now worldwide. It's an enormous number. Half of younger users use YouTube. It started out as a site for garage bands to promote themselves, as a music site, as a do-it-yourself music site, and then it grew to a general social network as young people found it easy to use. MySpace Music, which was just relaunched a couple of months ago, is a really interesting phenomenon. And the way that MySpace Music is being used. And they got 1 billion streams of music in their first week. Now, Facebook started out very modestly as a educational site. It was only available to .edu accounts. That's where I got mine initially when I was at UCLA like 5-6 years ago. Only had 7 million people. It exploded to 40 million users in the course of just a year and a half. It just exploded. Primarily because of these 3 differentiators. It has opt-in newsfeed, which is innovative. So you're always finding out, oh, my friend posted a new picture, my friend has a new message on their board, etc., which was annoying at first. Now you can opt out of it. And most significantly, I think, is it opened up their software, called an application programming interface, so that competent software engineers and programmers could write applications that run within the Facebook environment. That's called an API, Application Programming Interface.